Dynamic here on Siir Dynamic TV, and we got episode 2 for Siir Dynamic. Who's that? Let's just go ahead and just go to the beginning. You feel me? Before Siir Dynamic was a thing, we had Curtis. My first name is Curtis. My family knows me as CJ. That's the family name. I'm from Long Branch, New Jersey. I know I could probably say a few other towns, but I'm gonna say I'm from Long Branch, New Jersey. Before anything dance related came up in my life, we had football and we had track. That was it. Football was number one. We're talking eating, sleeping, breathing. That's all that I knew, and that's all I wanted to do. Played ever since I was 5, 6, 7. First time I was unafraid of getting hit, and then understanding like I got equipment on and I could hit somebody. Fell in love right after that. We're talking ever since then, I just never turned back, man. Like, I wanted to go to the league. That was the dream. And I was going to do everything in my power to make sure that I could make that happen, even though my size as a football player is looked down upon unless you're Tyreek Hill, Tavon Austin, DeAnthony Thomas, Darren Sproles. You could name a list of just smaller guys that were even smaller than me in size. But if you're not running the speed that they're running, you wasn't really getting that attention. So didn't necessarily get the opportunity that I was looking for when I was playing in college. And I can take responsibility for some of that, but at the same time, these programs that claim that you can come in and get an opportunity and everybody's gonna have a fair chance and blah, 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 that is BS. It's because as soon as you get to these programs, depending on where you're at, it really don't go that way. And the school that I finally got my degree from was the school that I had my incident with, unfortunately. It's a whole long story with that. But an incident happened between myself and the coaching staff. We did not see eye to eye on the situation that happened. And because of that, they went a certain way. And I wasn't finna sit another year when I knew I was very capable of being the starting receiver, because I played receiver, or just being in the rotation. Like, they just didn't see, I guess, what I offered versus this transfer that came in and whatever. Like, long story short, I hung my cleats up after that because I just didn't want to then become another college athlete that wasn't really given an opportunity and then just being lied to in my face countless times, because that's why I transferred schools twice. 2 programs that I played for prior to getting to the school where I got my degree from, they just kept lying. And because I was a young, naive, I was young, naive, didn't necessarily know how the NCAA even got down. Because of that, I suffered from it. So I had to hang the cleats up. And from that point on, I was no longer a student athlete. I was just a student. And I didn't know how to do that. Like, there was no understanding of, like, I just go to class and I go to my room. What is that? Like, I got morning workouts. I'm talking morning breakfast. Morning workouts, breakfast, class, practice, study hall, dinner, study hall, back to my room. It was literally formatted for me to be able to be like, this is what I do on an everyday basis. It's already mapped out for you, so all you gotta do is follow. As soon as that was over for me, I was like, I don't know what to do with all of this time, because as a student, if you don't necessarily do anything or you're not a part of any clubs, you got all the time in the world to BS after you do homework. Do your homework, please. So because of that, that's when I had to really understand life can literally eat you up and spit you out, pausing me. Because my coaches would tell me that back in high school, and I just didn't want to listen because I felt like they just kept talking and talking and talking until I didn't want to even listen to it no more. And that's we got to that point. Up until an opportunity happened like that in my life, and I had to really be like, Oh, they wasn't lying. And even though I'm in college, you're still in the real life, real world. You're just still in school, but on your own. So I had to figure out what I was gonna even do. And that's where dance came in. So as we're creeping into Siir Dynamic, let's just start with how I even started dancing, right? Jersey Club is the first style that I ever learned. So with all the stuff that y'all seen in my other videos and everything like that of me dancing to like hip hop music, all different types of music, and I'm dancing to them differently and everything like that, Jersey Club was the first ever style that I learned. We're talking 2007, 2008, 2009. The person that is responsible for that and for my dancing ability in Jersey Club is Mike Getlife. Like, he was just that. Like, as soon as he started making music and I understood like what he was doing, and then understanding like the culture and the community that he was making music for, is when I automatically like, sign me up. I'm trying to learn this. Like, let's go. I'm down. Like, let's do this. He was very much like responsible for the reason why like Jersey Club is what it is for me, because I had somebody in my town that was literally a big time producer, whatever you want to call it. Like, at the end of the day, Mike Gipp is a pinnacle pioneer to this day of people using his music and trying to do a remix to it or whatever you want to try to do. Like, his name is stamped at the end of the day. And the fact that he's from the same city as me is the same reason why it's like, nobody can tell me nothing. Like, I understand I ain't from North Jersey, but at the end of the day, somebody that was from the same town as me got down, and y'all loved the music that he put out. So at the end of the day, y'all can't tell him nothing. You damn sure ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. So boom, fast forward, right? I'm in college, and I'm just like, I gotta start learning some other stuff. Like, Jersey Club is just not going to be the end all be all for me if I want to go down that route. So as I'm trying to learn different styles and everything like that, I don't take any dance classes. I've never took a dance class. I am self-taught. If people didn't know that about me, you know that now. I am self-taught. I have never taken a dance class a day in my life, unless it's YouTube University. I am self-taught. Everything that I've learned in the course of my dancing career has been on my own or with peers that have guided me to being able to see dance in different styles and different lights, so then I would be able to make it my own. Hence, fast forward to where Siir Dynamic even became a thing. So, Siir Dynamic was created so that the legacy that I'm building still to this day is still being appreciated because of the work that I've put in. Now, I didn't win no tournaments. I've lost many a times. My exhibition battle record is like 4-2. It's over 500, but I'm not like in the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I'm just this person that came into the dance scene, and as soon as I came in, like, I started wrecking stuff. Like, no, that is not what happened. I had to literally understand battling, performing, crowd interaction, flow, transitions, textures, the whole 9 yards. And I didn't know nothing about any of that, because I just felt like you just go out there and you just dance better than the person that's in front of you, and that's just what you do. There's so much more into it that people don't realize. If you don't look clean, then you just up there running around, shaking, doing a whole bunch of random stuff. And because of that, that's when I had to really take a sit, and like, I had to sit down and just understand, like, this ain't what I thought it was. So for me to be like, yeah, I was doing all this da-da-da-da, I was like, no, that's not the case here. Like, this is literally like a whole different ball game, to where it's just like, when I started learning how to play football, you had to learn how to dance and then understand like the ins and outs of different worlds. So you got the commercial industry world, and then you got the street world. That world got a whole different thing you got to deal with. Versus the street world is a whole different thing too, but then there's underlying things that are like spoken about, but there's stuff that's not spoken about, but that you should also just know not to do certain things because you should know where you at. It's a teeter-totter of like being able to be balanced, and if you're not balanced, somebody's gonna check you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a good place to stop at for right now for episode 2. On episode 3, we're gonna get a little more in detail about, you know, how Siir Dynamiic finally got the start in the scene, when he first battled, stuff like that. So come back for episode 3 and we're gonna dive into all of that. All right, catch y'all later.